Hey, it's Peter here. I just discovered something pretty cool and I thought I'd make a quick video to share with you in case you want to try it out too. It involves mainly Google Drawings, although we're looking right now at a Google Slides, which is where I pasted things, and I'll show you what I did with it, and you can take it from there and find all sorts of applications. Now what you see right here is a slide art. It actually represents a student taking a 4-question quiz where they actually got all the answers right. B, D, C, A, they get 100%. Fantastic. But what happens if they don't get it right? Well, I wanted to create a sort of a flow chart of ways to divert students when they have an incorrect answer, and I figured I'd make a diagram in Google Drawings, which is what I did. But what I didn't realize is something pretty cool about it. So let me go back to Google Drawings. Here's where I created that image and then just a version of it. I changed the color of this one and I changed some arrows around. Now initially my thought would be, I've got to create this, I got to save the image, then I got to delete this box because I don't want it all to show up at once, save that image, delete this, save that image. But what I found, kind of by accident, is that if you select everything in Google Drawings, you can paste it and each piece will be an independent item. Now let me show you what I mean. So I'm going to go Control A to copy everything. Now it's copying the entire picture, but it's also copying each item as an individual piece, so I can use it that way when I paste it. So I've Control A selects it all, Control C copies it, and now I'm going to go to my slideshow. I'm going to create a new slide and get rid of the stuff I don't need, and Control V will paste my image. Now there it is. It's too big for the slide, but I can shrink it just by dragging it down a little bit. And that's something I can work with. And you'll notice as I bring it in that each one of these items has a little handle on it, and that tells me that each one is independent. And that's nice because instead of having to recreate and recopy that image, all I have to do now is just animate it. And I'll show you what I mean. I want this image to show up initially without this box, without this short arrow, and without the curved arrow. And I could create multiple slides for this, or I could just create an animation, and that's what I'm going to do instead. So I'm going to click on first just the curved arrow, and I'm going to come over here, click on, if I right click on it while it's highlighted, I will get animations as an option. That's what I've done. And when I choose that, it offers me some animations. It says it'll fade in on click, which is what I want. I also want to animate this box, so I'm just going to click on Add Animation, and I could have it come in with a second click, but actually in what I'm thinking about, it makes sense to come in at the same time. So I want to have it fade in with previous. And then I'm going to save stuff, and then I want the last arrow, the short arrow, to come in and add animation, have it come in on its own. Now whenever you do an animation in Google Slides, it's a good idea to preview it. They don't always quite work the way you thought, so let's take a look and see what happens. So here's my initial image. It shows the student missing question number 2 and going from B to A instead of the intended result. And when I click on the slide, we see here comes my curved arrow and my box. And I say some things and I click one more time and it puts me back on track. So this demonstrates a quiz environment where the student, if they get it correct, they move on to the next question. If they get it incorrect, they're diverted into some sort of activity that allows them to learn the material, try again, whatever. And once they get back on track, it carries them on through. That's a different story. What I was excited about was seeing that you can actually go into Google Drawings, create a fairly complicated image, and copy it as independent images that you can then animate, delete, move, whatever you want to do, because I could do all those things too. These are all independent items, so if I wanted to move this one out or delete this one, that would be an option. All sorts of things that I can do. If I just like a normal image would allow you to do, you can do whatever you want, and it's outside of drawing. You just create the actual items in drawings. Well, I thought that was pretty cool. I don't know if you do. Give it a shot. Let me know if you try this out. Let me know if you find something interesting too. That's all for now, and good luck.